What's the first question? 8 people P, Q, R, S, T, U, V and W are sitting in anti-clockwise direction in the same order around the circle in a circular table at equidistant between each other facing the center of the table. Amma, everybody is facing the center of the table kada? Inkevanadu, they are sitting in anti-clockwise direction in the same order. Ante you have to go with which order? Alphabetical order. But they are following which order? Anti-clockwise. So I'll tell you something, listen. Anti-clockwise ante you go towards your right side or left side or left side. For example, this is P here. Anti-clockwise and I am supposed to go in this way kada? So this is Q, R, S, T, U, V and this is W. But to this question, where is this P? I am not sure. Because he says they are all sitting in anti-clockwise direction but in the same order. First you have to know the place where P is sitting. So I don't even need the place of where P is sitting. If I know the place of at least one person, it is enough for me. Understood? Yes sir. As discussed earlier, if I say this is P, obviously this is Q, R, S. Yes or no? For example, if he says thus that this is S, this is S, anti-clockwise direction, and you are supposed to follow which order? Alphabetical order. Pakka this is T, U, V, W. అప్పుడు మళ్ళీ వస్తున్నారు P, Q, R. అర్థమవుతుందా లేదా? సో ఎవరో ఒకరి గురించి వాళ్ళు మనకు చెప్పాలి. You should tell us about somebody's direction. Understood? So clearly in the question in the next line, he is clearly telling us the direction of one person to us. Who is that one person? If you is sitting in the southwest direction, then who is sitting in the northeast? If you is sitting here, then which order am I supposed to follow? Clockwise. Anti-clockwise, sir. Anti-clock. So U, V, W and then is P, Q, R, S, T. Is this clear? But what's the question? The question is about who is sitting in the northeast. Who is sitting in the northeast? Q. Option number 4. Okay, now listen, let's go for the second question. Clearly it is given in the question. Select the option that represents the correct order of the given words as they would appear in an English dictionary. So you have to follow the dictionary order. When I look at this, the first two letters of every word is A, N. There is difference with the third letter. Third letter is D and E. Obviously what comes first? 3. Next is after E you have M-U, S-C-N. M-U-S-C-N. I'll go with C. So pakka after 3 it should be 4. How many options are starting with? Sorry, 5. It should be 5. C is 5. Sorry, C is 5. How many options are starting with 5? Only one option. Which option? Second option. Done? So whenever you come across this question where you have to solve a question and it purely depends upon the options that are given to us, I told you what will we try to do? We'll go from the fourth option. Is this clear? Because the only intention of the examiner in these cases will be to waste your time. So what we try to do is we'll go in reverse. Not every time, but most of the times there is a possibility for you to get answer in the fifth and fourth option. Most of the times. I'm repeating this word again. I said most of the times, not every time. So let's see this, what's happening here. I'll go with fourth option. Let me check this. This is 101 plus 105 divided by 3 into 2 minus 11 is equals to 160. What am I supposed to do? Division. So 105 divided by 3. What's the answer? Come on, when I calculate this, this is 35. Immediately after 35 I see into. Immediately after 35 I see into. So 35 into 2 is what? 70. So after I do these operations divided and multiplication, the final answer that I get is 70. So obviously 101 plus 70 minus 11. 171 minus 11. What's your answer? 160. Is it right or wrong? Yes. Absolutely yes. Okay now amma? So better go with the fourth option. Next, look at this. What's happening here? In a certain code language, small is written as QKCJJ. Great is written as EPGCR. How will thin be written in that language? Whenever you come across a question on coding and decoding, always concentrate on the question that is asked to decide whether the question is on coding or decoding. What is written here? How will thin be written as? How will thin be written as? What am I supposed to do? Coding or decoding? Coding. What is coded as? Which is coded as? Then you are supposed to go for what? Decoding. Is this clear? So how will it be written as? The answer is coding. Let me check the relationship between small and Q, K, C, J, J. Come on. S is how much? 19. 19 and this is 17 minus 2. 13, 11 minus 2. A and C, this is plus 2. Next is 12 and 12, 10 and 10, minus 2, minus 2. Is this clear? Except the middle, all other places I have minus 2, minus 2. Now I'll go with this. Next one. అర్థమవుతుందా లేదా? సో SMALL ఆ మిడిల్ లెటర్కి -2 అయింది. సరే నెక్స్ట్ ఏంటో చూద్దాం. వాడేమంటున్నాడు? గ్రేట్. ఏమిటమ్మా? గ్రేట్. మిడిల్ దానికి +2 అయింది, మిగతా అన్నిటికి -2 అయింది. చలో లెట్స్ గో ఫర్ గ్రేట్. GREAT. This also has 5 letters. This also has 5. 7 and 5 -2. 18 and 16 -2. 5 and 7 +2. A and C 1 and 3 +2. No, the logic is different from what we have done with the first and the second. Next is what? 20 and 18 -2. Look at this, students. There is the difference between E and A. That is the reason why he will give us two different words. That is the reason why he will give us two different words. So whenever you're talking about a word, obviously most of the words will have a vowel and consonant. So be careful with this type of logics. What many people do is, they'll go with the first one and immediately they'll go with the question that is asked. But be careful, in the question there are only 4 letters. How many letters? 4. But in the logics that have been presented to us before that, there are 5 letters. So be careful. The number of letters is not same. So don't be in a hurry. So what's happening here? Consonant -2. Vowel +2. T consonant 20 -2 18. What is 18? R. H is 8 -2 6. F. I is a vowel +2. 9 +2 11. K. 14 -2 12. L. Which option is my answer? First option. Is this clear? So when you come across these type of questions, please be very careful. Next, what's happening here in the next question? Come on, Chapandama. Again, which one of the following interchanges in the signs and numbers would make the given equation correct? So we have to change the signs and also the numbers. I told you we'll go with the, come on, we'll go with the last option. Let's see. I told you most of the times the answer will be either in the 4th or 3rd option, because a question which is depending upon the options, obviously the examiner's only intention is to waste your valuable time. And moreover, in the exam you'll have only 15 minutes to solve this 25 questions. You have only 1 hour, na? Chapandama. So obviously we have only 15 minutes for 25 questions. Let's see this. What am I supposed to change? What are the numbers? 4 and 16. Entama? 4 and 16. So 6, 16, 2 equals to 4. And what are the symbols that are supposed to be changed? Plus and into. This is plus, this is into. 16 2s 32. Can it be equals to 4? No way. So I won't get my answer with the 4th option. 4th option is not at all useful for us. Let's go for the A option, 3rd option. Plus and into 4 and 6. So this becomes 4, this be 6, and this is 2 and equals to 16. I'm supposed to change plus and into becomes plus, and then plus becomes into. 6 to 12 plus 4 is 16. Obviously, which option is my answer? 3rd option. Is this clear? Yes. Let's go for the next one. What's happening here? Some pens are black. Question on syllogism. Some pens are black. All black are blue. What's the next one? No marker is a pen. There should not be any relationship between marker and pen. What is the first conclusion? Amma, no blue is a pen. No blue is a pen. Wrong, because some blues are pen. No pen is black. You have a relationship between pen and black, but he says there is no relation. He is wrong. Some blues are black. Absolutely right. Which option is my answer? Only 3. Option 1. Let me go for the 7th. What's happening here? Let's go with the place values. T is how much? 20. M is how much? 13. F is how much? 6. Minus 7. Minus 7. 6 minus 7 I'll get minus 1. Is it possible? No. I'll go for the next value of 6. What's the next value of 6? 32. Ante kadamma. 6 plus 26 is how much? 32. What is 32 minus 7? 25. What is 25? Y. My answer should start with Y. How many options? Only one option. Done. Which option is my answer? Third option. Next, what's going on here? What are the numbers? 4, 16, 64. Amma? And then this is 256. Antena? Chapali. So, ఏమనుకోవచ్చు ఇది అమ్మా 4 power 1, 4 power 2, 4 power 1 కదా ఇది. This is 4 power 2, 4 power 3, 4 power 4. What will be this value here? And see, while you are preparing for what do I say, these exams, we always tell you to do one thing in your class. You should have knowledge on squares, cubes, and apart from that you should know n square plus n square minus n. Did we tell you or not? N square plus n square minus n cube plus n cube minus n. After that n cube plus n square, n cube minus n square. You should have knowledge on all these things. Did we tell you or not? Chapandamma. So why did we tell you? And as soon as you see a number, you should be in a position to identify it. Apart from that, we also tell you should have knowledge from 2 power 1 to 2 power 10. Chaptama leda. And then we'll say the similarity from 3 power 1 to 3 power 10. If you have a knowledge, it is good. For at least from 5 power 1 to 5 power 10. Minimum these 4 you should have some knowledge. This number here, what is this number? And 1048576. This is 10024 whole square. 1024 whole square. What is 1024? 2 power 10. And this is in the form of 2 power 10 to the power of 2. Can I consider this as 4 power 10? Yes or no? Chapandamma. A power m to the power of n. A power m into n. So 4 power 1, 4 power 2, 4 power 3, 4 power 4. Continue both a value. Ekkodostundi? 10th value. Ekkodostundamma? 10th value. Is this clear? But some numbers you should be in a position to identify them. Next is what? 26. And then you have 703. So what is 26 and 70? How are they related to each other? This number is almost close to the square of 26, isn't it? What is 26 square? Amma, 676. So can I say this is 26 square plus 27? Yes. And obviously what should be my next number? 20 square. Come on, what is 20 square? 400 plus 21. 441. No. Now let's say 25 square is how much? 625 plus 26. Work out aయిందా లేదా? Yes. Next చూడు. What are the difference between the numbers? 11th question. What are the difference between the numbers? 2, 9, 28, 65. I'm talking about the difference between the numbers, isn't it? Now I told you, as soon as you see the numbers, you should identify the numbers. ikkade nee gopatanam bayata padutadi. See the numbers, identify. What's happening here? N cube plus 1. 1, 1. It's not n cube plus, it is n cube plus 1. 1 cube plus 1, 2 cube plus 1, 3 cube plus 1, 4 cube plus 1. Next should be what? 5 cube plus, what is 5 cube? 125 plus 1 is 126. Chalo, 116 plus 126. What will be my answer? 242. As soon as you see, you should be in a position to identify the numbers. This is what I have been telling you from many days. Come on, lion is written as what? 100. Most of the times this type of questions will be related to the place values. What's the place value of L? 12 plus 9. Come on, 12 plus 9, 21. 21 plus 15, 36. 36 plus 14, 50. 50 is related to how much? 100. So what's the logic? Sum of place values into 2. Let me check whether this is also going right with tiger also or not. So when he gives us 2 words, you have to check the other word, because like the one which I have done previously, avuna leda, we thought that the middle letter plus 2 and all others minus 2. But when I've done with the other word was not following the logic which was followed by the other word. Yes or no? So there we have decided there is some difference between those 2 logics. But now let me check the same thing here. 20 plus 9, 29. Plus 7. Come on, 36. 36 plus 5, 41. 41 plus 18, 59. 59 twos, 118. Sarpenda leda. Chalo, E plus E entamma 10. 10 కదా. తర్వాత 18 plus 4, 22. 10 plus 22, 32. 32 64. Katam. Speed important. D and W. After seeing D and W, what is your immediate thought? Opposite. G and T, opposite. I, K, plus 2. Middle letter, plus 2. Similarly, what's opposite to X? C. What is opposite to C? X. C and X. అంతే కదమ్మా, చెప్పండి. తర్వాత ఏంటిది? అండ్ సి. అమ్మా, లెఫ్ట్ టు రైట్. బాబు చూడండి అయ్యా. సో ఇట్ వాజ్ సంథింగ్ లైక్ దిస్ కదా. ఎట్లా? ఐ కే ప్లస్ 2. కానీ ఐ షావ్ టు గో ఫ్రమ్ దిస్ ఇయర్ కదా, ఉల్టా. అప్పుడు ప్లస్ 2 మైనస్ 2? Minus 2. Minus 2 అంటే ఏంది బాబు? ఓ, వాట్స్ ది ఆన్సర్? 4th option. Is this clear? 14th. Come on. Now what am I supposed to do whenever you come across this type of questions? Many a number of times I told. What did I say? Come on. We will see whether any letter is repeating. Did I tell you or not? We'll see whether any letter is repeating. So what's happening? C and N, there is a gap, but after C I see A. C-A-N, can. C-A-N, can. C-A-N, can. C-A-N. Katam. Simple. Repeating letters to answer but ishtam. Next, I and F. Come on. I and F. What's the difference between the numbers? I and F. Amma? Minus 3. సరే, what some people do is, కొంతమంది చేసే పని ఏమిటంటే, sorry, what's question is this? This is question number 15. Let's see this. Now if you observe carefully, the middle 2 letters are opposite. అవునా కాదా? F and U opposite, CX opposite, PK opposite, QJ opposite. Apart from this, the first and last are also opposite. The first and last are also opposite. FU opposite, SH opposite, and then TG is opposite. But I and T are not opposite. So which option is my answer? First option. 16th question. Now pointing towards a boy. Now these questions where somebody is pointing to someone. So these questions are purely based on a speaker. Who is the speaker here? Madhavi. Now what is Madhavi saying? He is the my. He is my. Who is she talking about? Boy. Madhavi is talking about boy. What is she talking about? My daughter's father. Ma chudandamma. Madhavi's daughter's father's wife. Madhavi's daughter's father's wife is Madhavi herself. Yes or no? So Madhavi's daughter's father's wife is Madhavi herself. So wife's father Father's wife's only son. This woman's only son is this guy here and he is the boy. How is this person related to Madhavi? He is brother. Is this clear? So, what's the next question? Question number 70. See what happens in SSC is, I'll make a note, please make a note of this point. Generally, if you're preparing for bank exams, what you'll try to do is, we don't decide the gender of a person by name, where in bank exams. But what generally happens in SSC is, they do decide the gender of the person by name. This is how SSC is different from bank. Ardhamatunda? In bank exams, for syllogisms, you will have either or. But whereas in SSC, they will not ask us questions on either or for syllogisms. So both are somewhat different. Is this clear? Chalo. 17th question. Now this is a good one. This was actually asked in the exam last year. He says, study the given pattern carefully and select the numbers from among the given options that can replace the question mark in it. That can. So clearly he is using the word can. Okay na? And then he is asking us to study the given pattern carefully and select the number. We have to study the pattern carefully. Amma, there is a problem here. Here you have 3 different rows, but on the other side it is something else. Ardhamatunda leda. But the real way of solving this question is, we have to guess the logic by ourselves. Now we don't have a row here and we don't have a row here. What I try to divide here is, I'll divide the given set of numbers into 3 different in each row. Okay na? So what's happening here ante 9, 42, 12. I'm very happy with this. 9 plus 12 is how much? 21. 21 into 2 is what? 42. Similarly, what I say is 7, 26 and 6. 7 plus 6 is 13. Into 2 is 26. Similarly, I can go for 1 and 14. 1 plus 14 is 15. Into 2 is 30. So if this is the issue, then why did he give us these numbers? Now you should get a doubt here. Why did he give us these numbers? So this is what is happening here. Be careful. He told us we have to study the pattern carefully. What is he trying to do here is, we have to substitute those numbers. 11 here and 10 here. This is one point. And the other one is 5 here and 8 here. You might have seen this type of questions even before in SSC. He'll give us something like this, and he will give us numbers here. 1, 14, 13 and 2. Based on the other 4 numbers, we will decide what will be the middle number. Did we see this type of questions or not? Chusama leda. That is what is happening here. That is what is exactly happening here. Look at this. I'll try to form a table here. Sum of all the numbers. 9 plus 11, 20. 9 plus 11, 20. 20 plus 12, 32. Plus 10, 42. Now this also the same way. This was asked recently. So you can consider this as a new model, where we have to set up the pattern by ourselves. 7 plus 5, 12. 12 plus 6, 18. 18 plus 8, 26. Same story. 1 plus 13, 14. 14 plus 14, 28. 28 plus 2, 30. Earlier when I did that also I got the same answer, isn't it? But this is how you have to do it. So if you're supposed to go with these three and these 3, then there is no necessity for us to give that first row, 11, 5 and 13, 8, 10, 8 and 2. There's no necessity for us. But when he has given this, you have to also use those numbers. This is how you will guess the question. Understood everyone? Any doubts in this? This is a new pattern. Let's go for the next one. What's happening with the next one? Come on, let's do this. A man is facing northeast. He turns 90 degrees. So this is where the man is standing, northeast. I'll tell you one shortcut for this question. Don't waste time on the question as easy as this. What did he say? A man is, where is he standing? At northeast. This is where he is starting first. And then what is he doing here? 90 degrees anti-clockwise. 90 degrees is 45. అవునా కదా, యాంటీ క్లాక్ వైజ్ చెప్పండి అమ్మా. సో దిస్ ఈస్ వేర్ హీ ఈస్ రైట్ నౌ. నెక్స్ట్, and then 225 degrees clockwise days. 225 degrees clockwise. Clockwise is towards this side. Yes. 225 is nothing but 180 plus 45. What is 180? Opposite. What is 180? Opposite. Extra 45. What is my answer? South. But this is not how you should do it. Please. Don't do it in this way. Anti-clockwise, clockwise. And you are coming back, reverse. Left and right, plus, minus. Avuna kada? You come back to the same place, or you go to different places? Same place. Ante kadamma. Cheppandi. So 90 degrees anti-clockwise, 225 degrees clockwise ante plus minus. 90 degrees anti-clock, 225 clock. 225 minus 90. 135. Which is the bigger value? Clockwise or anti-clockwise? Clockwise. From northeast, 135 clockwise. 135 is nothing but 345. Inka command 90 plus 45. You go 90 plus 45. What is my answer? Southeast. Don't waste your time. Is this clear? Next is what? 19. 7 persons, A, B, C, D, F, G, are visiting a shopping complex from Sunday to Saturday, but not necessarily in the same order. They are visiting from which day to which day? Sunday to Saturday. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then Saturday. 7 days of a week. Come on. What's happening here? Chapanama. F visits on Tuesday. Next, only 3 people visit between F and B. Next, 4 people visit between E and D. D who visits before F. If I put D here, 4 people, will it be a possibility for me? No. So Pakka, this has to be D, and 1, 2, 3, 4, this has to be E. What's the next point? 2 persons between A and G. G who visits after C. 2 persons between A and G, this should be A or G, this should be A or G. If I put G here, there is a problem. Why? G visits after C. So Pakka, this has to be A and this should be G. And who is this? C. What's the question? Evaramma Friday. Next, this in a certain code language, 3387 means all are actively working, and 6424 means please come by 9. Which of the following, which of the following will be, which of the following will be end code for I will tell you later. So what should I do here? 3387 all are actively working, please come by 9. Earlier we have seen this type of questions where you would find a common word and then we would have cancelled kada. Can atlanti mana workout aitada kaadu babu. This is nothing but number of letters. This is nothing but number of, how many letters in all? 3. R 3, actively 8, working 7. Come back next please. 6, come 4, by 2, 9, 4. Same story. I 1, will 4, tell 4, you 3, 5. 1, 4, 4, 3, 5. This logic is based on clearly the number of letters. Ardhamaitundamma? 21. So what is he telling us here? Living organisms, omnivorous, deer and plant. What's your answer? First option. Omnivorous and deer are living organisms, and then planet comes outside. It has nothing to do with that group. So now many of you will have a doubt, sir, omnivorous and enti. Herbivorous innum, carnivorous innum. We have heard herbivorous and we have heard carnivorous. But what is this omnivorous? Amma? Now herbivorous live only on plants. Carnivorous, they live on, prey on other animals. Omnivorous, both. Vegetarian versus non-vegetarian. మన లెక్క అనమాట, అంతేనా? ఏదో ఒకటి. కానీ Okay, this image, I think it's not clear on the screen. Okay, but what we'll try to do is we'll look into the handouts. Now, if you observe carefully, there is one point like this, yes or no, and then I have something like this. And if I continue the same thing on the other side, I'll get something like this, kadamma. And then immediately below that, I'll get a rhombus. Because this is a question which is based on paper cutting. Look at those two things in your handouts. The image is not clear on the screen, but please look at those two things in your handouts. Where do you find that? I can find this only in the second option. 23rd. Yes. What's the answer for this? Amma? This is on mirror image. Where is the mirror page? To the right side. Which option? Third option. 24. So this is clearly a question on dice. Okay. Now look at this here. Look at this. So I need to find out what is opposite to 15. I need to find out what is opposite to 15. Ante kadamma? Chappandamma. What I try to do is, see, for every dice I told you you'll have front, top and right. Front, top and right. This is called front, this is called top and this is called right. Avuna kada. So what I try to do is, I'll flip to the right side so that my 10 goes to the right side. 10 ఎటు పోవాలి? రైట్ సైడ్ పోవాలి. నేను ఫ్లిప్ చేస్తాను. నేను అర్థమవుతుందా లేదా? అప్పుడు 20 గోస్ టు బాటమ్ కదమ్మా. చెప్పండి అమ్మా. When I flip it to the right side like this, 20 goes to the bottom, this is 10 and this is 15. What I try to do is, I'll flip it to my left side now. I want 15 on the left. I want 15 on the left. When I want 15 on the left, I'll go towards this side. అప్పుడు ఏమవుతుంది నాకు? చూడండి అందరూ, అబ్జర్వ్ కేర్ఫుల్లీ. దిస్ ఈస్ 10 and this is where I get 15. And what's on the right? 30. వచ్చినమా లేదా? చెప్పండి అమ్మా. What is opposite to 15? 30. Is this clear? Where do I find this? Pretty easy. Option number 4. Clear? I can see that in option number 4. Any doubts in this paper? Thank you.